24 hours since our last appearance here on the Level Up Charity broadcast, we have the opportunity to bring you another glorious and eventful adventure here tonight. We have a great show for you, a great set of matchups, and a great set of Mario Mania League coming to you live from the Thunderdome. That's actually Pat McAfee's thing. Live from the LUFC Dome. We hope that you're excited. We hope that you are pumped, because tonight we bring you drama and action unlike anything you have seen here before. We hope that you're ready. Just get into the segue, just a quick note, and I've got to switch out the camera that is on my screen. That way you can see me. We are ready to go. Ready? Lighting is almost set. Hope has just joined me downstairs. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, enemies, welcome. It has been so long since I've last seen you. I say that jokingly, of course. We have quite a bit of adventure. Yes, you do get to have that for consecutive watch streaks, and that is well worth your time to consider utilizing at your convenience. Thank you for being patient. Didn't have a great chance to do all the prep work for today due to a couple other things we were working on. MML Season 2 kicking at you live in just a quick shake of a lamb's tail as soon as I change this ticker at the bottom, and then we'll get our next series of matchups underway, which we've got a heck of a matchup here and show for you, because as you can clearly see, Week 3's matchups don't cut any tape. Blitzville Glamours facing off against the Wrestling Sandstorm. The conference matchups today are going to be the Wildwoods 1-Uppers versus Ohio, the Pillow Island Dreamers against the Star Road Superstars, and finishing things off will be the New York Mets against the Goon Squad. A lot of great matchups, a lot of great moments, and a lot of great activity and excitement have been the main talking points here at the MML. Something that has been important to point out, records right now are looking pretty promising for each team, as last week led to some pretty crazy dynamics among everybody. So we're hoping to see if these conference matchups will continue to be a major sticking point or not. As I can see from here, and this is to everybody that is part of this absolute gamer piece, making sure that this is still accurate, because I didn't get a chance to touch this today. From what I can see, the Mushroom Kingdom is currently looking at a fascinating 4-2 record, tied right now between the New York Mets, Star Road Superstars. Finishing on the other side is Wildwood 1-Upper and Ohio, also at 4-2, although conference records are different stories. Conference record right now for the New York Mets, they're front-loading a lot of their conference matchups with a 4-2 record right now. Wildwoods 1-Uppers currently tied, but winning by run difference on their right's third column in a 2-1 record right now, so good for them on that. Pillow Island Dreamers, if they could just get out of their 500 slump at 3-3 right now, they would have a chance to see a serious run differential. Although, on the other side of the coin, in the Bowser Kingdom Conference, the Goon Squad is fighting a -24. Not doing so great. It's been pretty scary. So, chat, there's a few things that we need to get out onto the way here first. First thing on that said conversation is that commentator Acorns is actually missing. Here's the thing, okay? The last time that I saw him was week 1. And for some reason, he's gone. Does anybody, I'm asking the chat sincerely, does anybody know where Acorns is at? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a little bit nervous for the guy. It feels like we things were going just fine, and then all of a sudden, he came back and was or didn't come back rather. I don't seem to understand what's going on with this. So my hair is a little chaotic today because I've just been stressed about trying to find acorns. I've been pretty much through name the spot over there. I've been across the Sarasa land. I've been across Babam's fortress. I've been across pretty much all of Princess Peach's castle. I've also been in Bowser's castle, which, side note, lava is hotter than you think it is when you're next to it. It has been kind of a crazy day, to say the least. So I'm not quite sure what's happening in that space. I'm hoping that we can find and determine more information. As the commissioner of the Mario Mania League, it is important to me to make sure that all of us are going to be a very, very important and safe member of the society that you can see. So we hope that we'll find more information. But of course, hearts in the chat for Acorns. Hopefully he is not currently being turned into a Koopa Troopa, which according to some sources that I have is a possible thing that is happening. So I am very, very nervous for the guy. But, well, let's hope for the best. And honestly, plan for the worst. I think that's what Acorns would want us to do. And if it wasn't the case, then, well, it's a real bummer, dude. We gave him a shot, and he didn't take it. That's the way of the world at this point. Matchups here tonight, as mentioned earlier, we have great ones here for you. Starting us off is going to be the Glitzville Glamours facing up against the Sarasland Sandstorm. The Sarasland Sandstorm facing bottom of the conference right now, but are fortunate that they have not had any records yet in conference, so there are still a lot of potential opportunities for them to do better. Just like how we didn't know if Ernie was dead, I can confirm Ernie is dead. We've seen too many of those. It's gonna be C. But am I the only one that's alive? Should I be scared? I mean, I'm also alive too, so that we're clear. So Rumpton, the statistics of commentary, 2/3 being potentially alive is still a lot better than not in that case. All right. Let's get our games up and ready to go. We have, like I said before, a great set of matches for you tonight. I hope that we bring a level of fun and excitement to you that you haven't seen here before, the Mario Mania League. Without further ado, let's get the game ready. Let's get our players set and see how things are going. There's also been a development, for those of you curious as well. Just to confirm, we do have confirmation that it looks like Lightning McQueen and Rumpton have supposedly made up. There have been no brawls that have taken place throughout this week while training for said games this upcoming day. But, that's not to say that there still isn't a possibility that one of them end up turning on each other by the end of things. We'll see. I'm hoping for the best, but planning for the worst. It seems to be the theme of this upcoming week of games that we've been seeing. So wish us luck. Hopefully it goes well. And if it doesn't, then we'll figure it out. We'll just have to hopefully figure it out, chat. Otherwise, this might suck. All right, Froggy Dojo versus J Ray, a.k.a. Sarasa Land, up against the Glitzville Glamours, coming at you live here on the Mario Mania League. This is to be just me here today in the booth. We're off to Yoshi Park. You recall the first week of our matchups, we saw many moments here where the trains were taking away numerous home run opportunities. So the offensive surge may be there. We'll hope for the best. As I said before, that seems to be the common theme here for today. We'll get predictions up and rolling in just a second. And as soon as I say that, oh, Green Toad's not going to get out there far enough, but close. He's going to get drilled by the train as it crosses over. But Green Toad looking to start off pretty aggressive so far. Some major roster moves to point out, as mentioned here in the chat. Terry Crews is for sure starting for our crew. Glitzville Glamours facing off with a matchup of Green Toad, Toadette, Birdo, Hammer Bro, Red Dry Bones, May, Red Pianta, Weird Al Yankovic, And then in left field will be Callie. Red Shy Guy and Pink Yoshi are going to be taking the bench for them this week. On the other side of this, for the Grassland Sandstorm, you can see here, coming up is going to be Baby Daisy, Blue Yoshi, Baby Mario, Blue Critter, Naoto, I'll do it better. Blue Magic Koopa, third base, Terry Crews, first base. We'd spectate on that great double play. Line drive right over to Blue Critter, ends off the inning for us. Peach to second, Daisy to pitch instead of Peach this time around. And Monty and Blue Drybones surprisingly opting to go to the bench, which I guess from my point of view, I felt that there was a good chance to see Blue Drybones up here. He will be the Old Spice supplier according to our records. And sure enough, we'll see if these moves will pay off. Daisy gets on board first. Nice line drive right over to Hammer Bro. Easy double play, and that's going to cost him. Start the game value. We'll turn that back down just a little bit. And here we go with another line drive to Weird Al over at first, and we switch things off. Going back to the top of the second. Glitzville Glamour 0. Grassland Sandstorm also 0. A touch earlier on that foul that could have been an opportunity. Oh, the bomb with a great play. May is going to land an easy double thanks to that sensational bomb. Maybe Daisy, but even better for it, as now we have Red Pianta in potential, opting to go for the sack bunt, and just a little bit outside. Nice pitch right up the middle. Ball is going to go right directly to Princess Peach. Easy drop of smart base running. We're now close but no cigars. That's going to go right to Blue Critter, and we end the inning. So far, a story of Easter eggs to get things started, but with a big lineup up next. Blue Critter, my line drive gonna land right over Toadette's hands, but that the pow is gonna force that to be an easy double now. Yeah, working on that right now, don't worry. Okay. Strikeout. On to the next. Chat, just bear with me for a second. We're just working on, looks like I've got a limiter of some kind on here I gotta fix up. Okay, checking. Still stuck on there. We change sides. Okay, it's just trying to see how I can fix. Pop fly, easy enough for Blue Critter. Oh, right directly to Terry Crews. Nice shot from there. Bear with me, Chad, if I'm silent for just a second. I'm just trying to see if I can fix up the output happening right now. All right, and still getting that. Great defense leads to a successful run to get things started off. Ground ball over to Hammer Bro to get things started up. One out. Second chat still trying to fix this up. Oh! Huge error thanks to the foul. And that's going to be a bad one. Maybe Daisy with an easy double thanks to that. Brad Piazza with a great diving play. Carrying it way back, and a great shot from Baby Daisy. He's gonna save that ball. No train in sight, but Hammer Bro almost getting a big home run right out the gate. All right, ground ball. Gamers, for some reason my gain is getting slowly lower, and I think something's going on with my audio. All right. Here we go to switch over sides. My gain really wants to keep me at minus 20 decibels right now. Hello? What do I have to fire in production? Let's see. We're getting a little bit closer now. I hope. Nope, never mind. This sounds so much worse. Sound guy is clearly the problem right now, it seems. And we'll keep at it. Birdo yet again, pretty much exactly to expectation at this point. And a double play to get things finished off. We're getting closer, chat. I promise. I'm gonna keep messing with options until eventually it says, it's working! And the thing here is Weird Al with a great diving play. That's something you would see out of Patrick Mahomes, as Chris Collinsworth would say. Thank you for putting the prediction together. I am still working on the makeup gain configuration. All right. Green Toad up to the plate. I realize we've not had a chance to really watch as much of this baseball together as we'd like to, due to me trying to fix my audio. But incredible defensive performance so far as the Glitzville Glamours. Nice line drive, but Red Pianta just there in time to keep it working. Jerry Cruz indicating that he's ready to put on some power. See that Birdo is starting to get tired. Nice shot, carries it up the center. Oh, this has been an interesting update here. Oh my God, I'm probably so loud right now. Hold on. Sorry. I'm probably really loud right now. Sorry, chat. I hope I didn't just break somebody's eardrums due to my... Well, that already does it. Quick game, quick play, and now we finally have an audio. That sounds good. Chat, do I sound okay? All right, I sound great. Heck yeah. Let's go. Good timing, good plays. All around, we're ready to rock and roll here as now... the Glitzville Glamours take on Game 1, the great Red Pianta performance. We now have audio ready and set, and so now we can finally go. There we go. And just like that, you can hear me normally now again, chat, which is a great detail of the Mario Mania League, is to be able to hear the commentator, Chris Collinsworth. If we had a chance to bring him to the booth, would have just said Red Pianta performed the equivalent of that of Patrick Mahomes. So let's get the next game ready to go as the Glitzville Glamours get things ready on their end. Chat, as of right now, there have been no developing situations that I can confirm or deny that Acorns is dead. It looks like last known location was Bowser's Fortress. I'm inclined to believe he was doing an investigation of some sort. as to what it would be. It is still unclear at this current time, but we hope to know more. Once we do, we will absolutely keep you in our consideration here, chat, so that you are aware. Game 2 is ready to get things up and rolling now. Everyone is ready to go. We are set, and Ceresland Sandstorm look to see if they can come on back and get another win up this time, or if this is going to be a potential momentum shift for the Glitzville Glamours after a bit of a shaky week last week. And a generous, gifted sub from Elmeister. Whoa! That was suspiciously the same location. Although it looks like it is not going to be the same. That made me very nervous for a second. FTK went well. We raised $400. Thank you to everybody that got to be a part of that said journey. We appreciate that so very much. Birdo and Toadette now on base for the chance for Hammer Bro. Robbed last time of their home run. There is a potential to see them come back through. Line drive right to Peach. There's two. We're here to change sides. What looked like a potential opportunity for the Glitzville Glamours ended up just being nothing but an easy double play now, leading to Ceresland Sandstorm up to the plate. Some praise coming from the Sandstorm this week, particularly for Peach. Thanks to Peach's performance so far, we have seen some pretty consistent batting averages on her side. I hope that turns into RBIs and a chance for them to carry on, especially since she's no longer in the conversation of pitcher for this week. And a tough double play to get things going. It's pretty common criticism of the MML roster so far that base running has not been the most consistent. Jordan, I'm going to put you on the pink Yoshi train. Here's the thing. Do it. You won't. Hype train has been begun. Hype level 1 started thanks to you guys gifting a sub, especially from Elm, as Red Dry Bones gets things started from Froggy Dojo, a consistent player in the realm of the Froggy Dojo world. Gonna split the gap left center, go to Baby Daisy with a bomb right in front and another double play for May. Red shirt is gonna be May, that is, right? May from Pokemon. And another bunting chance. Yeah, a lot of similarities on this one. And a shot from Blue Critter. Little conspicuous that we're in a time loop right now, chat. Bear with us for a second. So that's going to carry out to left center. We're going to call it here, chat, just in case. It looks like we are stuck in a time loop. We're going to see if we can get our residential Doctor Strange with a time stone to fix things up on their end. Give us just a second as we work on that and see if things are up and rolling. So bear with us for a moment, chat. We'll be back in with game 2 momentarily. Okay. Players are back into their assigned positions. We will see if this will bring them back into the fold. Let's see how things go. Let's pick things off with Green Toad hogging the inside of the plate. And a double play to get things started off. Nice work from them. And coming up here is going to be Birdo. And 1, 2, 3 from Daisy is going to keep this rolling. Great momentum surge for her as we get to the end of the top of the first. The Sarasland Sandstorm with their chance to rebuttal. And we're not going to put each other on the Pink Yoshi train, although I guess Dex may also be in a time loop because that's the exact same message that they posted earlier. Long shot from Blue Yoshi, getting closer. Pow is in a perfectly timed position. What a snipe, thanks to Baby Mario. Leaves it for an easy double thanks to that. And now Baby Mario with their chance to shine. Great use of star power from Birdo is going to get us started with an 0-1 count. Split up the middle. Hammer Bro, Red Pianta not in time. That's going to land Blue Yoshi in scoring position. And let's go here to Blue Critter. Blue Critter, a bit of a strugglesome batting average so far, but that may be no more, as that ball could not have towed the line closer to land fair and shoot that thing 3 runs out. Well done from Blue Critter, arguably scoring that as a foul ball, but nonetheless, Nato is now up next to it. I mean, you could not have painted that corner any better than that. As I was about to remark, there's only been really only 2 home runs from Blue Critter so far and a .429 batting average. But when he hits a ball, he hits a dinger because that's his third home run of the season. That ball also carrying another back-to-back chance. Couldn't get there in time, so a tough jump. And Blue Magic Koopa's going to keep this chain rolling as that ball goes back, and out of here. Sarasa with a little bit of a roster shakeup. Lineups are changed. Rosters are changed. And now we go to our residential expert in power, Terry Crews. Outside. Line drive almost puts him out with a home run, but instead a single will get him going. This 2-out rally is none to be messed with as it's 0-4 right now. And that's Peach putting another hit on the board. Terry Crews going to third. Peach's level has been fairly consistent this season at a .417 batting average. Daisy up next to the plate, also looking at about a .412 batting average. And a diving play from Red Pianta is going to finally end the suffering for the Glitzville Glamours. That 4-run first inning may be a sign to come for the rest of this inning. And let's see what they got. Go to Red Dry Bones. Great line shot, but just a tad foul. Good outside pitch from Daisy. 0-2 the count. That ball is going to land as a simple duff into the center field. Puts a runner on base for May. Last game, some great doubles. Put out the team. That ball is just going to duff right down. Oh, wait a minute. Dodging, or excuse me, attempting to dodge them. It comes in with Red Dry Bones coming from center field to get to second base. And I made an incorrect call. That was, I believe, Red Dry Bones as in the third baseman that ran that over to second base. Ground ball to, oh, wait a minute. Peach, line of fire with Red Pianta. It's going to still affect him, although that would have worked. And 0-4 right now for the Glitzville Glamours. We'll see what inning 3 brings them, but we now give this chance to the baby Daisy of this Grassland Sandstorm. Too late on the POW. Blue Yoshi. Another line drive. Back line drives. Blue Yoshi sitting among some of the lower categories right now in batting average. Although really nothing else to add to their name. Makes sense why they're still sitting toward the bottom of the lineup. Baby Mario, however, has pretty much been worse, surprisingly. I mean, it's a change of 200ths from batting average between both of them. So we go 1-2-3 as the Glitzville Glamours now bring their next set of 3 outs of 9 remaining for them. Exactly, Killer. We here at the Mario Mania League believe that everybody should be included when it comes to baseball. So that's babies, that's alligators, that's strange people in hula hoops. And of course, prominent princess figures of their corresponding kingdoms. Green Toad is just going to let first one pass by strike. Another duff to the center field. Goes to baby Daisy. Fortunate to get it off before getting a burned butt. Now it's time for Toadette's turn. And a diving play from Peach is going to land an easy double play. Nice work. And a great sensational play. We saw Daisy have that capability last time, and now this is a breath of fresh air. As now Daisy's been a great pitcher so far in this second game for the Glitzville Glamours. Actually, first game too, given only 1 run is impacted. And here comes the already off of a fresh home run. Blue Critter looking to make it 2. Hits by the train. Double hit by the train. Can't get to it in time. And Bobbed is going to get a triple because of it. You couldn't bully May out there more if she was a My Hero Academia fan in the 2nd grade of elementary school. That wasn't a good enough joke. And an interesting decision by Blue Critter opting to stay back even the sac flag was there. That ball's gonna land. Blue Critter not going for the sacrifice run, so that was a little questionable to say the least. And we're gonna get a roster change. Green Toad is now up to plate. Let's see what Terry Crews has got for us. What he's got for us is a ball that nearly takes Weird Al over to right field as they get one more thanks to the crazy triple from Blue Critter. Ball kind of just up straight down, easy enough. Time for Peach to make a good diving play. And as we break out our breakdance moves for Hammer Bro. Strike 1. Oh my gosh, Terry Crews. I think he brought some of those rocket ships from his pecs. Wow, that ball is going back. Red Dry Bones robbed by Baby Daisy just in time. And they just can't get it going for the Glitzville Glamours. They can't swing past the fences. They can't get it out of the infield. It's been a rough patch for them so far. Red Dry Bones, of course, looking at a 500 batting average so far. No home runs to his name yet. That could have been his first. Now let's bring it back to Peach, who primary thing to note. Slugging percentage is same exact stat as their 417 batting average right now. 0-1 the count. And a diving play from Callie. Well done to project Peach yet again. And back to the top of the lineup. The same start that got things off to a bit of a surge for the Grassland Sandstorm. And sure enough, that surge will continue as that one is going to look potentially great. That's one. That's two with the POW. Toadette's going to try to get it over to third, and that's going to be another triple thanks to the double whammy by the one and only Pink Yoshi Train. And forgive me, I think I did say Callie by accident. I meant to say May. Also, good joke. Oh! Good use of POW. Blocks all infielders. Thanks to that, it's going to be a single for May, not Callie. Chat, I don't know why you guys keep saying Callie in the chat. That ball is going to land right in front of Blue Yoshi. No outs to get things started, and we now bring it to Weird Al, who's had a surprising amount of RBI ops this season. And may have another one. No. Oh, wait! Oh, it almost went over the field. Oh, my God. It almost went over the fence. May running back to home's going to make this 1-5. And if that thing went over the freaking fence, I would have blown my... I don't know. My pants. Shout out to Fart with Reverb, I guess. I'm not really sure. Weird Al has had a very interesting season so far, batting .500. No home runs to his name, but 7 RBIs. And that's going to be infield fly rule. For those of you not familiar with the rule, it just basically means if you have any more than 2 players on base, they're going to call it as a fly out rule so that you can basically stay at your base. You can't force like a magical triple play for forcing players to stay there. And we're going to have another one. Wait. Player's going to be automatically out regardless of the fact that's Toadette. That is normal. Yeah, Rabton, it's in reference to pooping your pants. That's what that was in referring to. And a third one. Even with the invisible, that's going to kill the ball game. Daisy with an interstellar level of pitching, complete game, and a great performance as that's going to land Grassland Sandstorm a big win against the Glitzville Glamours. It didn't look like it was possible, but thanks to Blue Critter's 3-run shot, that surged the team into a huge prominent position. Let's go ahead and upload our Game 2 into the chat and get things started with Game 3 here momentarily. Doing a quick check-in on the prediction while we're getting that ready. Glitzville Glamour holds 75% of the pool with 3,000 channel points to their name, whereas Grassland Sandstorm have 1,000, although it is an even split of 2-2, according to that list, from what I can see. Not bad, to say the least. We split the series 1-1. Coming up here is going to be Game 3. For those of you that are interested in continuing to donate to unlock some additional rewards here for the Level Up for Charity crew, there's going to be $500 and $750 are our next tiers available to you. Make sure to consider donating at donate.levelupfc.org. Check out our latest program, helping out the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital crew. Thanks to their great work in helping kids beat sickness to the next level. And with that, we go to Game 3. Terry Crews, first base, has been quite an interesting phenomenon so far. I think it's been paying off for him very much so. As here we go. Staying back at the park. Zerasland Sandstorm, Glitzville Glamours face off yet again. As we see here, the real conversation may end up being who's been the better pitcher between the two. Birdo got rocked last game. Did much better the first game, so there may be something there to it. Bomb is not going to detonate in time, so Baby Daisy's out to get things going. 0-1 the count. Bit early thanks to big pitch from Birdo, and as that looked pretty much a guarantee was going to go to the outfield, a Hammer Bro said, "Not today. That one's going to hold my grasp." Falling for it yet again, one of the greatest pitches in the Mario Mania League is going to be Birdo. Toadette feels that in center field to toss to Red Pianta, and with 2 outs, we may have a bit of deja vu. Owen 2 the count. That ball's carrying just a bit high, but with that train, this could be okay. Never mind, oh my gosh. A little too much chaos there. The burn almost getting there in time. Zerasland Sandstorm end up taking that with no runs. Get us started off is going to be the bottom of the first, Green Toad. Good line drive, should go straight into the mitt of Baby Daisy. Toadette. Just a bit early on pitch 1. Daisy's superstar power has been the real contribution to this team so far. At first I thought, maybe there's not much that this is going to help out with. Then you watch a scenario like this and you go, oh, maybe it is helping after all. It's another short infield fly. It's going to go right to Princess Peach. We go 1, 2, 3. Finish things off for the Glitzville Glamours. And J. Ray, if you're here in chat, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the decision to change from Peach to Daisy, because what you're doing right now is clearly working. Hammer Bro with another huge grab. Goes with 1 out. Here we go with 0-1 the count. That ball right into the hands of Toadette. It's called having Terry Crews on the field. J. Ray, can I ask the correlation of Daisy's pitching to Terry Crews? Is Terry Crews like your true motivational monster out there? Is he giving those impeccable speeches that he gives? Here we go, big drop. Oh, into the pipe. It's gonna be an extra base for Terry Crews. Captain on captain rivalry. And we're not going to start up by pulling any punches. First pitch is going to go right past with the... I don't really have a better description for it other than a bait and switch. Another diving play from Red Pianta. Something we haven't even really acknowledged so far is how good that Red Pianta has been at second base. It's been really, actually stellar for both sides at second. Get things going. Hammer Bro looking to really just kind of start their series and see if they can do better. And wow, that thing was carried way out of here, but just a little foul. He didn't pull that outside pitch. He had a chance. And he's going to spin right out on that one thanks to a good off speed from Daisy. And as the star power continues to pile on for Daisy, you have to ask, what's the workaround, or what can the Glitzville Glamours do with Daisy's pitching? Wow, that ball's carrying. It's going back, and a shot that's robbed. May had a chance, but no go, as that's gonna be a bummer. That crying is pretty much the same feeling that I would have if I was May after the babies robbed my first home run opportunity. And I have to get back to the Pokemon Gym for that one. Baby Mario, Baby Daisy get a chance to celebrate that with some patty kick in the right center field. Good ball. Dropping on down. It's going to be first and second now. And coming up with our clutch man, Weird Al. Arguably one of the most valuable Miis so far. Good shot. Just narrowly gets down. And that's another base hit for Weird Al. And next up is going to be, I'm convinced, yep, go Callie. I questioned myself and almost said May by accident. Hashtag almost fire Jordan. And a run scores thanks to the great single straight up the gap. Not quick enough for Peach to get to. So a huge play as now we look at bases Chuck. Green Toad almost hitting a home run in game one. See what that conversation looks like, but right now, opting for the star power. Great move. Red Pianta's 1, Weird Al 2. Callie is moving on to 3, running on home. That's gonna be Peach. She can't make it off of a single. We get the bases emptied off thanks to Green Toad. From the bomb to the double hit to the train taking the ball away from him. Great base running, great maneuvering. That's gonna be 4-0, and it makes sense. I think Daisy's a bit flustered. And we go from one princess to the next, as now it's time for Peach to shine. Good shot, gets us started off. We changed sides, and this almost feels like deja vu. We watched 4 runs get scored thanks to the to the Sandstorm last game. This game is now going to be Glitzville's turn. Put some runs on the board. That differential could pay off later on. Nobody cares about that banana as Red Pianta basically no-sells it. That shot directly to Hammer Bro. In response to what was mentioned earlier with regards to Terry Crews.
This new Old Spice shaver is so amazing it'll shave off every hair on your face. Oh no, I'm a hair. You're about to get shaved. Oh no. Wait, we sure had a lot of fun times together, didn't we? Remember that time in the amusement park? It was the best day of my life. I'm sorry! Old Spice electric shaver. It's sharp.
All right. And that's what it's like to have Terry Crews on your team. 2 outs. Nice scapper from Red Drybones. No sight of the train in anywhere. The bomb too late on that. It's going to be a good single. And let's go to May, robbed of a home run last at bat. "2-0 the count. That ball, oh, thanks to the ghostly behavior, that's gonna help. Red Drybones gets over to third. And another sensational play. Red Pianta truly looking out for her teammate. That ball is carrying high, but not far, as Baby Mario's gonna get that one with no problem. Here we go. Top of the fourth. 6 outs are all that's left for the Sorasland Sandstorm to come back and the Glitzville Glamours to be able to continue to keep this lead. Ball's going to carry right out to right center. Great line drive from Blue Critter to keep or start this offense. And Nato, I don't know why the NAO is really tripping me up, chat. Chat, Sadie is directly behind my chair right now. First and second, no outs. Blue Magic Koopa's got a big ball going out, but the pink Yoshi train has just left the station. Isn't going to make it in time, but that's okay. With only 1 out, we leave it to residential Terry Crews expert Terry Crews. Let's see what kind of power he brings. And that is exactly the kind of power that you want to bring. They're both going to hit the train. Another double shot. That's 1 run. Here comes 2. It's going to be there in just enough time. Terry Crews off of another single is going to score 2 in thanks to that. And thanks to the pink Yoshi train. Big play from Terry Crews. 1 out. The door is looking to start to get closer and closer. That ball's carrying. That's got enough distance. The other toad's gonna have to get there. Off the wall. Not really sure there's really a wall there, but we're not gonna hyper focus on that. And here's a big setup, captain versus captain. While I would like to say they're both so, wow! Princess Daisy nearly giving the go-ahead home run. That ball, it's going back to the wall. It's gonna creep up just in time. Terry Crews rounding to home, and that's gonna be 3-4. This ball may be starting, or this ball game may start to get closer, ladies and gents and MBs. 1 run is all that's left to tie things up, and with 2 on right now, there's a chance we could potentially see the go-ahead run make their rounds to home. AB Daisy, yet another base hit thanks to the ghosts. Oh, shouldn't have actually hit to the runoff or to the cutoff over there. Charging back is Blue Yoshi. Doesn't fall for the outside 2-seam. And a big play thanks to Red Pianta. Confident it was going to pass through. Players continued on. They didn't have to do that at all. So thanks to that, the bleeding stops just in time before things got really, really messy. But we now have a chance for Weird Al. See what he's all about. Oh! That ball's just bouncing off the wall. Good pow. It's going to basically guarantee it for Weird Al. Almost had a home run to create an insurance policy. Good double play. Just like clockwork, once again, for our Mario Mania League compadres. 3-4 as the Glitzville Glamours try to create some kind of insurance before we get to Sarasaland Sandstorm's last chance. Good gap shot should create at least a single. And up next is going to be Toadette with Birdo following behind. All's going to split just in time, and a little burnt diaper for Baby Daisy is now we have Toad at each first and second. Want to know the count? That ball's carrying. Birdo might have it. No, it's not gonna do it. What a sensational defensive play. Train wasn't there in time, and with that, the babies were able to get that one with no hesitation in center field. Great teamwork and a great save, as that could have been catastrophic in a 3-run shot, practically nullifying their chance to get through. Now let's see what the Sarasaland Sandstorm can bring. One of their heavy hitters, the Blue Critter, is on deck right now. So for all that it's worth, if Baby Mario gets on, this could end up being a chance. No chance there, so let's see what kind of power that Blue Critter brings. Ground ball. That's 2. And we might be looking at the end of the Sarasaland Sandstorm this week. Glitzville Glamours look to put him away with one more out. 1-1. Wait a minute. Wait. Naoto. Back. Off against the wall. At that bit just a little bit over. That could have potentially been the game-tying run. Naoto. Blue Magic Koopa letting the first one pass along. Another star power is gonna pass through with 2 outs now. Terry Crews up to the bat. That splits up, and we're at a tie ball game, folks. 4-4. What a great shot directly through Toadette. Terry Crews, another clutch base hit to put his team in position. Last time he scored 1 thanks to that. And now we go to Peach, looking to gain the lead now. But not before we change Toadette to Hammer Bro for the pitcher. First one's going to be a good inside strike. That ball's going to go right over to Toadette. Finish things off. That's going to at least end them for the moment, but we do have the bottom of the 5th now. The Glitzville Glamours are going to look for their chance to shine. All it takes is 1, and we don't go to extra innings. And with that, the lineup is rather intimidating. Not that intimidating, though, with Terry Crews basically blocking that with his peck, practically. That ball is going to land, and the game-winning run is going to be now at second, potentially. Wait, going to third. And just like that, this game just got a lot scarier. Thanks to that play. Here we go to May. And that ball is going to drop. Banana. Oh, I thought there was going to be a tag. No tag this time. Wait a minute. Red Dry Bones was trying to steal home. No, they're trying to steal home. Red Dry Bones making the run at home, and he's going to get caught out. No, he's not. They didn't throw it in time. What was that play? He thought he had the chance, but no, he didn't. And the dive's going to hurt. That's the ball game. That's it. Thanks to the great gap shot, but wow, they could have just stopped the run right there. What a misplay. What a misplay! Glitzville Glamours, off of practically a technicality more than anything else, takes that game. I can't believe what I'm witnessing. Good game nonetheless, but man, that sucks for them, as that could have been a chance to go to extra innings after a pretty tough start. Good games to both teams, regardless. Game 3 is now in the books, and with that is another series loss for the Sarasaland Sandstorm. Starting to really ask some questions, whether or not the Sarasaland Sandstorm really have got everything together. And Kevin, to answer your question, that is exactly what's going to be happening in our next 2 games. So, for those of you that don't know, what happens over here in the Mario Mania League is that we have our first 2 series play the daytime set, given a representation of day games, and then the next is going to be night games afterwards. So we are going to have those up, including in that list is going to be Nighttime Daisy's Cruiser that you're going to get to see. So let's get the next game ready to go as we do. What a way to end that one. That was really honestly unexpected, and the best thing that I could really do in that circumstance is just let you hear another Terry Crews commercial.
Shaving gel is newer than a fresh pair of socks.
Newer than a New Jersey.
Newer than a new mouse, baby.
Newer than an unopened gift from your stepmom.
Everything's talking.
Newer than the waffle iron that's inside me.
Newer than the new solar panels that were installed on the roof.
I'm the newest thing there is.
You're not as new as me.
I have a son. What else is new?
All right, on that glorious note, let's get our minds off of Terry Crews, as now we have to go into the best shape that is Ohio shape. Wild Wiggler up to pitch, and we enter what is, in my opinion, one of the greatest songs or soundtracks of the Mario Super Sluggers video game, Wario City. Another daytime escapade, as we see yet another critter with another sensational play over at second base. Red Critter just doing it all on his own at this point. Gun up his Dixie Kong. And another line drive. Nothing evades the shortstop and second baseman as we finish off the first. It's a 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first. Wildwood One-Uppers, conference leaders currently, and also to stress that this is a conference matchup. For those of you not familiar with conferences, again, the value and importance of this is the secondary tiebreaker, and on top of that being on top of your primary conference. This divisional matchup may potentially lead to some pretty huge games and opportunities, as right now you are literally looking at the top 2 in Bowser's Kingdom at this moment, with Bowser up to the plate looking to represent his said organization just right. That ball is going further and further. Foul. Close, but no cigar. And a great shot from Bowser is going to get Dry Bones in scoring position. Coming up here is Yellow Magic Koopa. Both teams, as we discussed earlier, are 4-2 right now with a 2-1 conference record. So the value of these next 3 games are going to be quintessential to keep differentiating the leader. And with that, we have bases loaded. And a prime opportunity for Lynn to have her chance to glow. Both Ohio and Wildwood One-Uppers had some of the best batting performances so far, given especially their reputation to bring the heavy hitters. Oh my God! That was insane! 1 second, hold on. We need to watch this replay again. Star bounces off, has a chance to catch it. Fireball hits Beef Boss. Beef Boss can't get to the ball in time, and as a result, a run scores. You could not have planned that better if you were the Wiggler. Fire snipe and a fire shot. That ball's gonna carry back thanks to the oh my gosh! The sewer's gonna land too! And Wiggler could have a chance to run home! First inside the park home run, and it's gonna be a Denny's! You can't make this up, gamers! We just had an inside the park grand slam thanks to the most obscene amount of luck and potential. Wiggler, what in the world is going on? And next up to plate is gonna be King K. Rool. That ball's going back, and right up the wall. As a reminder, there's no outs. There's no outs, and there's still onslaught happening here, ladies and gents. That ball just narrowly evades Brown Critter, and another Gurge from the sewage pipelines over at Wario City. He's going to score run number 6 and land K. Rool in scoring position. All you got to do is just get this one out there. Finally going to get a double play just before it was a burning butt for Toadsworth, though. And Donkey Kong, after one inning, is already starting to feel the burden and the pressure of this huge and intense conference matchup. He's gonna let out some steam thanks to this barrel of a ball. 2 outs, 2 strikes. We get a big strikeout from Donkey Kong to get momentum carried on his end. And now we have a heavy-hitting lineup next, but that's not gonna be enough even if all 3 of them hit home runs. Let's see what they bring to the table. Donkey Kong, a .429 batting average currently. Slugging percentage, though, a 1.28. Technically a 1.29. 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, and now another strikeout to add to their list. Actually, if I have my statistics correctly, that is the first time he has struck out. Oh! Good shot and a great reaction. 2 outs. Donkey Kong looking to see if he can change a little bit of the DK dynasty. Not going to do it. First and third with reaction times practically at perfect. Another 1, 2, 3 as we go back into the lineup. Bowser, Yellow Magic Koopa, and Lynn are going to be up next for bat. And sure enough, Donkey Kong, the big change, puts DK out in center field, which will still have synergy. That ball almost lands out of here. Basically tailed the top of that banner. And the banana slider from Diddy Kong is going to be landing it for a good strike. We're going to say it's so good, are we going to do it twice? 0-2 the count. That ball's just going to evade Toadsworth just in time in a not critical error from Donkey Kong, but error nonetheless. Good ball. 2. Not going to make 3, as that's going to be a good double play, though. And this is the chance to shine now for the Wiggler, who's already had a huge base hit. And the ball's going to continue. And right now, this is feeling almost like batting practice for the Wildwoods 1-uppers. According to Mr. Statsman, interpreted as one of the best teams so far, purely on paper, according to them. That ball is just going to evade Baby DK and pretty much guarantee run number 8 to come through thanks to that good snipe from King K. Rool. And another fellow who's had a little bit of bad luck so far is that King K. Rool. But K. Rool is going to be able to put home run number 3 to his plate as they weren't able to get there in time. And we're calling game. We called game. That's it. It's over, ladies and gents and MBs. It's out of here. They said that they were already dead. And I'm going to tell you right now, the best shape is not Ohio shape. The best shape is going to be the Wildwoods 1-upper shape at this stage. What an insane game to see this in action. Our first inside the park grand slam and a more than deserved MVP performance thanks to that. I have to tell you right now, if I was in Ohio, I would feel a little bit nervous to see how I really respond in the second game. Wow. That was unbelievable, ladies and gents. I don't know what in the world to even describe that as. We watched an onslaught. Just so we're clear, they didn't score. I don't know what else to really... I don't even know what else to say. I think at this point, Ohio looked like Nebraska. I don't know. That is unbelievable. I've been playing an ISO speed level rage quit. Yeah, this looked like me during a charity event when we last played Mario Super Sluggers. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how to describe that one at this moment. I'm just going to play this to see if maybe this rallies up the troops.
Shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great. Best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great. Square tray, Wyoming tray. Best shape, Ohio tray. Your face, shit face, my face, Ohio shape.
We'll see if that helps them, but man, that was an onslaught right there. Game is almost ready. Looks like a bit of a pep talk coming in from Nima74 to his team to see, well, what they can do differently in Game 2, because this one was very, very clearly a skewed outcome. Let's see what changes now, because, tell you what, we're going to need to see a really different conversation on this game to see this chance. Otherwise, if this is what the Wildwoods 1-uppers do to number 2 in the conference right now, on week 3, I might start calling predictions on World Series. Donkey Kong with a bit of surge of power and energy coming up to see what they can do. And great play to toss that to Funky Kong. We start first out. Now here we go to Bowser. Typh stating in the chat, I've heard some crowd whispers of wanting more offensive games, so I talked to my team. Yeah, clearly whatever that you said, say that more often to your team, apparently. But a rather assuring start for Ohio as we get a 1-2-3 to get things going. And upcoming here is going to be Ohio. Diving play from the big man himself over at third base. Nice play from Bowser. Nice shot's going to land the first player on deck, or on base, excuse me, for Ohio. Dixie Kong. Number 2 is going to land right there. That's going to be first and second with 1 out. And we start to reach our heaviest part of the lineup. As we were talking about before, Donkey Kong is having a very eventful season so far. Maybe not quite Mario Superstar Baseball, aka Mario Mania League Season 1 level, but Donkey Kong is for sure doing great at a 429. And here we go. That ball looks like it should be an easy catch for the relative Koopas out there in center field. Not enough speed to get that one out of the way, so out number 2. But a great play from the Koopas out there in center. Just to help provide some some perspective for a second of Ohio. This lineup that you can see here, you see Donkey Kong have 8 RBIs. However, Brown Critter and Funky Kong only combined for 2. And the reason I say combined is because Funky Kong has 2 of his own. So perhaps this could be an indication of maybe a rotational change needed or something else to potentially happen. But we finally get a couple of runs scored from Ohio as we get to 2-0 thanks to a big line drive from Funky Kong to score 2. Throws up the peace sign, and now it's time for our Brain Blast compadre, who, by the way, didn't even get to bat last game because they got mercy ruled before that point. That ball with a great disappearing act. Thanks to that, gonna make it 3-0. Jimmy Neutron's gonna land himself with a single, put Funky Kong on third. And Jimbo's on first. Toadsworth. Oh, big Koopa shell. And yet, even though he had the chance, Toadsworth just needed a little bit of gas in his system to make that one work out. Here we go with Lynn to start things off. Prior to this game, a .312 batting average, 1 double and 3 RBIs to add to value to her name. Of course, last game was practically a momentous occasion more than anything else. It's going to be double number 2 for Lynn on the season thanks to that. Here we go with the Wiggler. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. However, an important detail, a .733 batting average. Among some of the top in the league so far. Not going to carry and help with that one. So far, realistically, for batting average, the best we've seen so far is Red Toad, Blue Pianta, and of course Bowser on Wildwood's 1-uppers. In fact, an additional important detail, after we discuss the fact that this ball is carrying way out of here, Diddy Kong's not going to get there in time, and we have a response from the Wildwood's 1-uppers. Anything you can do, we can do just as well. That's Red Critter's going to be 3rd home run of the season. And now we go to K. Rool. Looking for his next home run. That ball's getting way back. Baby DK not there in time. And we're going to bonk it off of Wario's nose in center. Back to back. Home runs for the Wildwoods 1-uppers. And we thought for a second that there was going to be some potential. This ball game is tied in the top of the second inning with 1 out. You can see Rumpton pointed out, we might go back to back to back. Where, ladies and gents, the Wildwoods 1-uppers are currently putting on a batting clinic, and it's just a free show to watch here over on twitch.tv/levelupfc. That ball makes it 3 straight home runs. And you know what? Screw it. I'll give 5 subs if this ends up being home run number 4. Nope. Okay. Well, it sounded cool when I said that. Frank horrendously regretting the Baby DK lack of synergy over in left to center field. You can clearly see that outcome. And maybe something that's heavily talked about in the upcoming weeks. Ohio may have made a critical misplay, as thanks to 3 home runs, the 1-uppers are back in business on top, as Beef Boss is going to land that one pretty much easily into the midst of Green Koopa Troopa over and left. And we're rotating to top a lineup here with Diddy Kong. Split gap up the middle. Diddy Kong having a bit of a tough season so far, in the bottom 6 for batting average so far. Nothing really else valuable to add to their name. And we're going to change size as a result of that. Feel like we've seen this movie before. Bowser, Yellow Magic Koopa, Lynn up next to the plate for the Wildwoods 1-uppers. Nice shot. Line drive. Gonna be off the direction. Over to Funky Kong. First one on base is gonna be Bowser. Next there. Like as if nothing happened. This could go 1, 2, 3. We'll see what Lynn's gonna bring now. Donkey Kong is gonna put that one out himself. A good old classic 1 to 3. Ohio is looking to see what they can bring to the table. And so far what they're bringing to the table is bad luck. As Magic Koopa is going to take that one into his magical palms. Out number 1. DK looking to see if they can get their offensive roll. They might. That ball's carrying. Back, out of here. Solo home run. Tie ball game. Couldn't have asked for a better scenario. Donkey Kong just fading that just enough to the left field so no one could respond to that in time and not get robbed once again. Let's go to Brown Critter, looking to see if he can help. Again, the lineup that they have on paper should be getting pretty solid base hits, and sure enough, they're going to keep that as such. Brown Critter leaving the door open to see if his teammate Funky Kong can pitch in. That ball's looking good. It's gonna fell out just a little bit to the right. It's the yo. That was also out of here. That one stayed fair. 0-2 the count. Sticking to contact this time. It's gonna be fortunate for him. A good single as we have one out. And our big-brained associate gets on base. We look at stacked, chunked bases, and we leave it now to Toadsworth. The Toads have had a great outcome in Grand Slam so far. If you remember Red Toad having the game-winning Grand Slam week 1 of the Mario Mania League. Let's see if Toadsworth, who had quite a couple of clutch scenarios in their previous instance, can continue the trend, and he sure does with a good single. Splits it right between first and second. Scores a run, and the lead changes back to Ohio. We went from a mercy rule in 2 innings to a 5-4 ball game. And unfortunately, we're going to strand the additional 3 on base. But not without some due damage. Something additional to point out so far, chat. The Wildwoods 1-uppers have among some of the best batters so far here in the MML. Bowser, Wiggler, and Gray Drybones rank in the top 10 for batting average so far. And Red Critter falls back, and another home run. This lead has changed yet again. And Rumpton's having a field day reminding Frank of the mistake of putting baby DK in left field. It's about time to switch things up. Are we going to go with Diddy Kong? Finally have some synergy out there. This actually might end up being a good thing. Ooh, a banana slider. Only outcome that banana slider is going to have is a fly ball. Too early of a jump from Toadsworth is going to finally put green Koopa Troopa. I shouldn't say finally. Literally just had a home run last at bat. Red Koopa. That ball's carrying. It could be. It might be. It is spooktacular to home run. Another Koopa launches it out of here. And look at it. It just needed a little bit more and then decided to poof itself out of here. And wow. Even with the synergy, that one didn't matter this time around. Another banana slider from Diddy Kong. 3-run gap now. 1 out. Set up for a double play with the right ground out now, but I don't think based on Bowser's previous at-bats, he's looking to go out quietly. Oh my gosh. What a dart. That ball should have been past him, but Beef Boss with just an interstellar level of reaction. Good play, good double play, that is. And Ohio getting exactly what they needed, a base hit to get things started off. We're back at the top of the lineup. Baby DK and Dixie Kong following. Baby DK. Whoa, that ball's carrying. They're having a tough time getting back to it, but a good drop. Maybe a little BM to really do that, but nonetheless, finally gets the first out. Ball that could have been rather scary, thanks to the Koopa Troopas, who now look at a chance to cut down this 4-run gap that they have. Excuse me, 3-run gap. Look for the tie if Donkey Kong can launch this one out of the sky just like they did last time. Line drive! Oh! My voice cracked. It was so excited. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. This is just an offensive onslaught between these two. This is what game 1 should have been. Here we go, tie ball game. And now you can see Wiggler finally recognizing maybe it's about time to swap things out. And we go from one heavy to the next. It's Bowser picking it up next. Grounder up the middle. Gonna put Brown Critter on base. Donkey Kong, well, no home runs to their name today. They've had a couple of huge base hits. And almost got that out. I don't even know how that managed to go into the grass from Yellow Magic Koopa. A bit of a robbery per se, but not before we end up tying the ball game. Woods one-uppers. This is their last 3 outs to have a chance to not force this to extra innings. 0-1 the count. Just a little bit early on that one from Yellow Magic Koopa. And we're going to throw 2 straight sliders and strike out Yellow Magic Koopa. I have to admit, Diddy Kong. I mean, yeah, there's 8 on the board right now. I have to argue, he might be doing a little bit better at pitching right now for him. Brown Critter with a textbook line drive catch. Shortstop yet again nailing that one with Brown Critter. The hustle was there, and now the door is wide open. Jimmy Neutron starts out what either leads us to extra innings or sees the first win of the night and splits the series. Nice shot. Goes right between shortstop and third. Red Critter. A little bit of an extra burn on the way from that one, but not going to affect him too much. Toadsworth looking for the swing for the fences chance. And he's going to pull that one in. He'll get first. Be the first out. Not before we put Jimmy Neutron in scoring position. Leaving that for Beef Boss. The real question is this beef about to be well done or medium rare? Wait, rounding home! That's the ball game! I didn't even see Jimmy Neutron try to go for that one. That one was so carried back. I thought, there's no chance for that. Sure enough, the great turn, the great run, and that's it, ladies and gents. What a big, big play from Jimmy Neutron. A brain blast of sorts to make that decision to come on back. And after what was a rather terrifying first game, we see ourselves look at talking about our best shape once again being
Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great. Best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great. Square tray, Wyoming tray. Best shape, Ohio tray. Your face, shit face, my face, Ohio shape. Every day, Ohio day. Whey protein, Ohio whey. Cow protein, Ohio state, Ohio cow. That's great.
well, safe to say the Ohio State has truly been there. Well done. Never punished. Not sure I'm very clear on what you mean by that, but we're going to get game 3 started in just a second here, chat. But I have to say, was a prediction put in here for this game? There wasn't. So let's do that, shall we? Wildwoods 1-uppers versus the Ohio. Submission period is going to be very fast, though. We're going to just run it in just a span of 2 minutes. Get your channel points in. The prediction is started. This will now determine the series outcome. And again, being a conference game, this could end up being a make-or-break moment later this season. So that's going to portray some really tough questions to see what they bring to the table coming up here. Because, to tell you the truth, chat, after watching what Ohio did, that was exactly what you needed to have done. But also, you gave up 11 runs in 2 innings. That's something you don't do on a regular basis. So, I don't know. I honest to goodness don't know. From my analyst perspective and as the commissioner of this league, I honestly can't tell you what the hell is going on. But what I can tell you is that I'm appreciative of everybody that's tuning in. The 13 of you who are over on Twitch, you can check us out over here on YouTube. The VODs are available in a playlist that's available for the entire season. If you want to go back, watch some of your favorite highlights and lowlights from this last season, you can do so. It's a heck of a time and a very fun adventure. With that, we go to Game 3. A game stewed in number 1 and number 2. Arguably game of the week. Donkey Kong back at the helm. Bit of a strange show of sorts. Let's see if they're going to be able to bring this one back. Kick off with a base hit from Dry Bones. Excuse me. Not really sure why Frank is encouraging them to go for the mercy rule. Bit of a questionable idea. Ground ball. What a dive from Toadsworth. Able to get the first out, but not without advancing somebody to second. Good shot inside from Donkey Kong to get things started out. Now we leave it to 0-2. And a barrel of a shot directly at DK. He's going to freeze up Dry Bones at second. And Lynn, who's had a pretty eventful day so far, we'll see what they contribute to the table as that one is going to gap right to right center and toss it over to Funky Kong. Oh, just narrowly avoids getting tagged. That's going to be the first run scored, first blood drawn in a big rivalry matchup between these two. Great shot from Lynn to get things started. And up to Wiggler, where statistically speaking, they have a very strong chance to land another base hit. Not going to be able to do so when you have to deal with a giant barrel that you have to strike back. And while there's a number on the board, it's not much to change this outcome so far. Let's go to ourselves a Diddy Kong to see what they'll be able to bring. Once again, to kind of reiterate the impacts, Diddy Kong really only having 4 singles to their name and a .267 batting average. Seeing them on base is a rather surprising stat more than anything else. And unfortunately, we're no longer going to see him on base due to that line drive and a big play from Yellow Magic Koopa. Dixie Kong, good right center shot. Koopa's going to get a bit of a burnt bottom. Here comes DK. So far, if I recall correctly, 2 home runs to their name today. Making it number 3. Wow! That ball had enough speed to get things shooting out of here. We're in the first inning and another huge lead change between both teams. To look back at last game to see how many lead changes took place. That's been the story so far. Back to back. Oh, not gonna get there in time. Great shot from Brown Critter, and he's gonna take that one out himself. And we saw back to back on the one-uppers. We go to back for Ohio. And let's talk about their shape, shall we, chat? Their shape is a surfboard as Funky Kong seeing if they can now make this number 3 for the home runs in a row. Backs up, yo. That ball is carrying. Drybone's gonna need to get there in time. Does it? That's another back-to-back instance. And this one is looking to be a powerhouse show yet again, ladies and gents and MBs. To quote LeBron James from the Big 3, quote, not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs to make a hell of an impression for Ohio. And maybe the best shape may end up being Ohio after this one. Finally get a little bit of reality as Jimmy Neutron gets a shot over to the shortstop and ends that one before it got even uglier than it already was. While it was one-uppers, they're going to need a pretty stellar performance, but they could do it. This is the exact same crew. Just basically took their back-to-back instances. And they might be able to do so. That ball's looking very, very, very good. No. Just at the warning track. Just needed a few more feet. But not going to have it. Nice line drive from K-Roll, but that's going to be directly to Baby DK. And that's 2 outs. Green Koopa Troopa. Good base hit. Lands short on the center field. 2 outs. Chance for a surge may be there. Before I can answer your question, it's to help provide inclusivity to the babies. Great line drive right on the left field line. Lands both Koopas into scoring position, second and third stacked with 1 out. This could be a good sack fly chance. But also with Dry Bones, he does have the capabilities to swing one out on the fences. Another barrel shot. That ball's carrying back. That's going to be warning track. And Diddy Kong is going to catch that one, looks like. Well, bit of a bummer, especially since Gray Drybones had a 706 batting average. Could have been their first home run. And let's see what the momentum for the Ohio team is going to be able to do now. A good high-ho, stays fair, painted the line just perfectly. This is the benefits of what happens when you make it with concrete. Beef Boss lands just short, and that's going to make it so first and second are chalked up. We're rotating here to the 9-1-2 batters. Double, possible triple, no. Gets back just in time as Beef Boss, so we go from 0 to 2. Let's see what Baby DK can do. Apparently not much. Bad error from Baby DK, or excuse me, from Red Critter. Does not matter though. An identical lineup. One we've seen have offensive prowess. Also one we've gone 1-2-3 on so far. Good news is that Ohio does have some of their top guys coming up next, but before that point, we have to address catching this one. Oh! Trips him with the bomb. No explosions, just tripping a Baby DK out there in left field. This is setting up for a RBI opportunity for Yellow Magic Koopa. Although it's unlucky. Maybe he still gets there. No. He's going to be able to get a single just because of the burnt bottom. Although this could be a potential moment to create a double play. It's maybe a good thing after all to get first and second. Let's see what Lynn has. Big diving play from Toadsworth. And almost gets a triple play. We go from 0 to 2 outs thanks to another big double play. You know, Toadsworth has had some of those moments where he's been an all-star at second base and some where he's been a little shaky. This time, definitely a bit of hype and excitement to see him succeed. That ball's going to be out number 3 for Baby DK. And that's exactly what you're looking for, is to put another Easter egg on the Wildwoods 1-Uppers board. 4-1. Coming up here is Dixie Kong, Donkey Kong, and Brown Critter. You guys already know the story to this one. DK, Brown Critter, Funky Kong, the next 3 in this batting lineup. All 3 hitting home run last inning. Or excuse me, inning before. Nice line drive. Just goes directly to Green Koopa Troopa though. Brown Critter looking to make a repeat. They're going to need to get there fast. They don't get there in time. What another stellar home run. That's going to be Brown Critter making this 5-1. And this is looking scary for the 1-Uppers. A team that was poised to dominate may end up seeing themselves lose this series. Yo, 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 that ball's going back. But that should be an easy catch from Koopa Troopa. Sure enough, the band of Koopas finally getting one to Rob as that one carried high, but not fast. So that one was an easy catch thanks to the Koopa Troopas. And we don't look at a back-to-back moment. Shout out to Level 2 Smiles hanging out there in outfield. Another run scored, another moment to increase that big lead that Ohio has currently. Good shot, just barely was catchable for Baby DK. DK, all right. Smart choice using the barrel for the first pitch. And a good line drive, but right at Funky Kong. Another instance of great at-bats, but maybe just not quite enough. And we switch to pitcher number 2 as Diddy Kong steps up. Diddy Kong with a pretty decent outing last game. Nothing quite to write home about. Plenty of earned runs on their front. That ball should split right center, and it does. DK, oh my gosh, getting struck viciously by that Koopa Troopa. Excuse me, by that Koopa Shell, not Troopa. Red Koopa with a home run to their name in this series today, thanks to their great work. And a stellar moment as we now go to the top of the lineup. Dry Bones, as mentioned earlier, 706 batting average with a 765 slugging percentage. No home runs to their name, but plenty of singles and a double. Surprisingly, no RBIs to their name either. And it's going to stay that way. 1, then 3 zeros for the Wildwoods one-uppers. At this point, you might as well have not mercy ruled and spread out the runs you just front-loaded in the first 2 innings. Oh, big diving play from Red Critter. Thought that was going to pass through for an easy base hit for Toadsworth. Hard to do that when you have Red Critter, who's been sensational over at shortstop today. Beef Boss backing up, looking to show who has the meats. Got greedy one time, ended up not paying off. Base hit to second base is going to wrap that up. Last 3 outs now for the one-uppers. Although you couldn't ask for a better lineup in this case. Bowser, Yellow Magic Koopa. Could be... Oh, what a catch from Donkey Kong. That ball looked like it was going to tail back and get a single out of that one. And that's 2 outs remaining before Ohio ends up being the best shape indeed. Having play unsuccessful for Toadsworth. And Lynn looking to accept her destiny and a chance to... I mean, again, the note is that well, this sounds a little ludicrous. 4 runs is not impossible. A grand slam could land you, or small ball could be your keys to success. If some of your best batting averages ahead of you, but that doesn't help when you call a double play. And that's it. What looked like an embarrassing outcome, and asking questions about where Ohio was going to land at after this insane 3-0, we ended up asking ourselves, what happened to the one-uppers? Tyfe stating in the chat that Frank was the luckiest team in the league for real. However, I have to say that the one-uppers are creating the storyline right now that they may have been the team that choked the most after that one. Series ends up going in favor of the Wildwoods one-uppers. Let me rephrase. Series goes in favor of Ohio after their interstellar performance to just out of nowhere practically come in with such a huge chance to really just come back with a win. I still can't believe that. I'm being dead honest with you. I was about to say, oh man, this is about to be a wash of a series. And then we're singing this song afterward.
Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great, square tray, Wyoming tray, best shape, Ohio tray. Your face, shit face, my face, Ohio shape. Every day, Ohio day, whey protein, Ohio way.
That is indeed the Ohio way, as we just heard it moments ago. And with that, we are cutting into our next matchups here for the night. This is now going to go into our nighttime matchups. Pillow Island Dreamers and the Star Road Superstars are going to be coming up here next. The Mushroom Kingdom matchup of the century coming up for those two. Well, may not be number 1 and number 2 in the league. It's going to be number 2 and 3 We have ourselves a heck of a matchup. As you can see, the Star Road Superstars at a 4-2 record, 1-2 in conference right now. So looking to see if they can bolster that a little bit more. And the Pillow Island Dreamers, similar conference record at 1-2, but a record of 3-3 is where they split off right now. So 500 and a winning record so far has been very helpful. But reminder that the Pillow Island Dreamers are still sitting at a 18, highest in the league, by the way. Run difference thanks to their outcomes. So for all that we know, this could end up being a crazy show. Maybe another mercy roll potentially happens. The Pillow Island Dreamers having some pretty impressive bats of their own coming up for this one. So without further ado, we'll get the players ready and set. But chat, if you're enjoying the Mario Mania League, consider giving us a follow here over on Twitch. We're live every Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Fridays, depending on what is going on our side. In addition to that, you can check us out on our charity events. We just had one recently in support of Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. You can consider donating to a good cause over there at donate.levelupfc.org. I still have an entire box of Bean Boozled, so for any of you that do donate $5 over there, I will honor that with basically the rest of this year as a little bit of a token of appreciation for everything that you do for us. So you got $5? Toss it in there and you'll be fine. I know that's your tired decks. You're over in the French lands. So thank you for hanging out with us here tonight. We will hope to see you here for the next edition. But we have some nighttime games. And with that, I have word that our players are ready. We're heading over to DK's at night. It's time. No more conversations about what shape that we're in. The conversation is going to be how things end up traveling. Star Road Superstars, Pillow Island Dreamers. And we start with a bit of an exclamation point as a line drive gets us our first single. Some important roster changes to highlight here, chat. As you can see over in the left field, you'll notice a purple individual. Whoa! That was a bit of a bad throw from blue. That's a bit of a peculiar one right there. And for those of you that voted for Ohio, this ended up being a big play. This pickle, it's a big pickle! Oh! And they didn't get to it in time. Mario, why didn't you throw the ball? Let's start. You guys know the situation. We're going to go ahead and drop another prediction in the chat. Make sure to contribute as such. Get your channel points out of here. Also, major props to the people that voted for Ohio. 20% are voting on their outcome, so wow. And my apologies, we did not cover that earlier. But Grimace getting some playing time here for the Star Road Superstars. Playing over in left field, Purple Toad right field, Yellow Pianta and Yellow Toad. The ones looking like they're sitting the bench. Notable mention, according to my notes, is that Yellow Toad is actually currently sustaining an injury. Unknown on the timetable for return. We'll see where that comes out. Hopefully it'll help out the Star Road Superstars later on. Oh, and 2. Good contact, but not before Green Magikoopa is able to absorb that one practically. I don't think that was a magic stick. I think that was just a magnet in that one. The Pillow Island Dreamers. Not too much has changed in here, although... as you can see, the pitching change was a bit different, though. If I'm not mistaken, Tiny Kong being the pitcher now. Red Magic Koopa first base, third base Red Magic Koopa. Sorry, first base Bowser Jr., meant to say. Charlie Brown and Dina the Dinosaur riding the bench for this game. Here comes Lightning McQueen, fresh off of a big home run in their last matchup against the new New York Mets. So far, nothing big has happened between both teams as we enter the bottom of the second. Big play from... not in time, though. Bit speedy there. Here we go. Ball's a good carrier. Doesn't get there to second in time. Early this week, we got a chance to touch base with Sans Undertale to ask him his entire perception on how the league has been going from so far, and this is what he had to say. He said, "Been going great. Thanks for asking." Big play from the shell, just as we were pressing for our time with Sans Undertale. Grimace, much like the Grimace Shake, is going to really not land with the general audience. Pink Toad, tough swing to get things started. 0-1 the count. Tiny Kong on third, chance to score. Passes one, that's going to be able to score successfully. And here we go, Star Road Superstars with a 0-3 lead. This is exactly how you want to get things started out for you. Bottom of the second, Blue Pianta. Let's see if they could have their moment. Another good split, left center. Ends up disrupting center field just enough to be able to toss a bomb and get an extra base over there for Pink Toad or Purple Toad, wherever you prefer. Mario, one of the best. Wow. Even with the shake, Lightning McQueen's able to snap that one in. Not before a bit of damage was done. This is now going to be up to the Pillow Island Dreamers to respond. And here we go. Red Koopa, Paratroopa. Nice job getting a good single to get things started out for him. Green Dry Bones. Green Dry Bones having a pretty eventful season so far. Primarily not in the RBI game, but his batting average. Sometimes it's all that it matters is getting on base. 6.67 batting average with a 7.14. 13 singles and 1 double to their name. Only 1 RBI. Buttercup drops it just in front of Purple Toad. We're going to chalk up the bases and see what's there. Big diving play from Blue Pianta. Couldn't make a triple play, but sure enough is going to get a guaranteed double out of it, though, at least. Just going to remark that Green Magic Koopa also in a high batting average category. Here we go. That ball's carrying high and far, but not going to be enough as Starfire, a former pitcher, now turned center fielder, is going to not catch that one. Actually, it was Grimace. And another Easter egg to apply to the Pillow Island Dreamers score. Only 6 outs left. See if they'll have a chance to respond. But first, they have to get out of the defensive side and carry to offense. 600. And I swear, if you make me make a 6-7 reference, Frank, I'm going to ban you. Blue Toad. Ball is going to carry up. Just going to drop down just in time. Good single. Here we go with Tiny Kong. Line drive to Green Magic Koopa is going to change on sides. And you know, you can't win them all. Bongo's playing in the background. Bowser Jr. looking to see if he can help lead his team have something take place. Unable to get it going. That ball perfectly lands fair. Almost likely could have turned into 2, but they opted to stay on first, probably just to at least get something going. Possible sack bunt. No, doesn't make contact. And that bunt perfectly placed. The POW does end up hitting Red Toad, though. Oh, that would have been so perfect. Just need to be a little bit further out. And Red Toad was there, guaranteed. And let's see what our Ka-Chow Ka-Fiends can end up doing. 500 batting average, 812 slugging percentage, 7 RBIs to his name, 1 home run. And he's going to keep carrying on with another double. That's going to make it double number 3 for our race car driver himself. Diving play and a boomerang was unable to get there in time. And with that, we have another run scored. Actually, rather, first run scored for the Pillow Island Dreamers. Let's see, they're going to need 2 more. Tough line drive. At least they got us run on the board for that. And here we go with the Star Road Superstars and Starfire and Grimace up to bat next. Nice shot, but just directly at Lightning McQueen. Out number 1. Silence here, chat. I could tell Hope was pretty entrenched into a dream, and good line drive, left center gap. Blue Pianta. Blue Pianta currently second in the league on batting average with a 769. No home runs to their name, but more than plenty of singles and 2 RBIs. You can see it pay off for him for sure. Coming up next is going to be Mario. Having an okay outing at a 500. No home runs to them yet. No doubles, no triples. And finally, 1 RBI will at least be credited to his name. Like we're finally ready to make the switch. Switch being Bowser Jr. And we thought we were done with Bowser Jr. at pitcher. It looks like we are ready to bring him back. Nice shot, stays fair. Excellent landing and dodges both big things. Still not going to help him out though. That's going to be run number 5. An impressive surge from the Star Road Superstars. Once again, managed by the new general manager here of the Mario Mania League, that is Rory Dawn. Playing and execution has been bar none, as that's going to be finally out number 3. Last 3 outs, last hope for the Pillow Island Dreamers. See where things carry on next. Green Dry Bones. Nice right center shot. Buttercup follows. 476 batting average to get things started for him. Excuse me, for her. Let's go to Green Magic Koopa. And a good fade's gonna put it right into left center. Thanks to a Pow's gonna extend the game just a little bit longer. Ooh, I think he's got him gunned. Yep, running back, regretting the decision, and makes the run too late. Buttercup's gonna stay to third because of that bad play. Tiny Kong's struggling now. Fire Bro. Not quite the same level as it was in MML Season 1. But you can tell that Fire Bro still has that same level of fire in him. 600 batting average with a 135 slugging percentage. 7 singles and 5 home runs to add to it. It's time to see a little bit of heat from our Super Mario himself. Bad errors. That's going to cost him. Boomerang Bro makes it to third. Bowser Jr. over to first. This is the exact kind of momentum that you truly need right now from these folks. One and one. Oh, tough. At line drive, along with it, ends the ball game. A game that did get pretty close toward the end, but not enough. Congratulations, the Star Wars Superstars co-MVPs for, well, mainly their great batting performances. There we go. That game is wrapped up. We're going to move on to game 2 here in just a second. But before we do, chat, we're having a good time here tonight. We've had a mercy rule take place. We've borderline avoided extra innings on multiple occasions now. Can't really say what it is, but we are absolutely killing it so far with how the games have been playing out for us today. Just got confirmation the players are ready to go. Game 2 is set for us to take action. And here we go. I am having a time. Not even a good time type? Was it a tough loss from last time? Big floater. Tiny Kong to get things started. Tiny Kong making her season debut. No, excuse me. Never mind. I had that incorrectly on my side. Buttercup grounds it up the middle, over to Blue Pianta for a solid 5-6-3 double play. Good ball, drops just into right center. Fire bro. Oh no, Blue Pianta yet again. Trying to push for the diving play, ends up extending it due to it coming off their glove. It almost starts to ask the question if it's smart for them to keep going for the diving play. Good line drive from Purple Toad. And as we end the top of the first, Star Road Superstars looking for their chance to shine as bright as they did in Game 1. To reiterate what's on the line, it is important for both these teams. Standings are going to be a huge value. Star Road Superstars, once again, with the better record. Conference-wise, they're both tied, though. Whoever lands out of this one may have a chance to put themselves in a promising position. Let's go to Boomerang, bro. Nice line drive, but directly at Lightning McQueen. Couldn't convert the double play. But a good shot nonetheless. Well, thank you for the validation. I thought for sure Tiny Kong was playing, and I guess I just was wrong on that. Nice shot! Oh! And play at the plate. Tough shot, but Blue Pianta lands it just in time. It's the first time we've witnessed a true close play at home. And this one, thanks to a huge stomp from Blue Pianta, lands the first run scored for the Star Road Superstars. Yeah, Type hitting that spot on. So far, Blue Pianta not doing great on defense, but has been definitely killing it on offense so far. Just like Blue Toads, killing that with another left center gapper. Good run scored from Mario. Lands that to 2-0 for the Star Road Superstars. And Tiny Kong. Nice shot, but it's directly at Fire Bro. We're going to change sides. Yeah, big thing that you've realized very, very quickly in the MML is that if you choose to continue to keep throwing yourself right at the ball like that, it's just not worth it. Ball drops just in time. And Red Toad, prominently our highest achievement so far this season was the walk-off Grand Slam. Lightning McQueen staring down an 0-2 count against Tiny Kong. Diving play from Mario is going to make that an easy 5-4-3 double play. Zero to 2 leads as we get to bottom of the second. Starfire with a good shot all the way back, but not back enough. Grimace also making their season debut. Nice shot surrounding that with fire, bro. And let's get ourselves to Purple Toad. Once again, another big diving play. Thanks to Fire, bro. As you could say, a bit of a lit performance to get things started out. Red Paratroopa, bit of a tougher season so far. 400 batting average. 5 singles and a double to add to their name with 1 RBI. Most of their contributions has really been in the outfield more than it has been anywhere else. Green Koopa Troopa adds on to the pile of base hits to get things started in the top of the third. Leaves us to Buttercup, as stated by the graphic. RBI chance inbound, but it doesn't help when you have a double play, almost triple. But a play that has almost feels like a 50-50 outcome. This one finally going in favor of the defense this time. 2 outs. And on first, can potentially tie this game with the right hit. And that hit does look to be a right opportunity. Setting this up here for Fire Bro. 5 home runs again on the season so far. May end up being 6. No, hits it off the wall. But with the burn, the dash, it's going to chuck it all the way back. I think Green Magikoopa is going to continue. And once again, bit of a tough decision by the catcher to decide to just not throw that one back. Not really sure what was the consideration for that. But it's time for Bowser Jr. to shine. Nice shot, but robbed once again from Boomerang Bro. Ends up taking a run out, splits the lead in half, 1-2. Entering into the bottom of the third. Blue Pianta looking to continue to talk about his success at the plate. Once again, solo home run for Blue Pianta. What in the world is going on with him? As a thing to mention, Blue Pianta just scored his first home run of the season, yet he has a 769 batting average. Could we see back-to-back? Just a bit close. Shortest distance here on the field, but opposite fields like that are a bit of a tough one to hit power, unless you're Blue Pianta, apparently. That one is carrying far. It is carrying back. The team is looking to see if they can catch that. They do, just in time. Right in front of the barrel. You couldn't get there you couldn't get there better if you wanted to. That ball almost evading both Road and Lightning McQueen. The dream team over there in center and left. Oh! How ends up being a huge send for Sans. Spectacular snipe from Blue Toad. Stares on the first one from Buttercup. It's going to be 0-1. Blue Toad shoots that one way back. Way back. But what a catch! Oh my God! Lightning McQueen could not have got there at the nick of time. And sure enough, thanks to Red Koopa Troopa, or Paratroopa, they keep their chances of not getting a 2-run shot. Fred Magic Koopa splits that to left center to get things started out here for the Pillow Island Dreamers. Currently staring down the battle of a 1-3 deficit. Remember, Star Road Superstars took the first one already, so this one is a bit of a must-have game if you want to split the series. Go to game 3. And so far, a 1-2-3 in the 4th inning. It's the exact opposite of the outcome that you're looking for. Still well within the game's margin, but Star Road Superstars continue to show to be the true prominent powerhouse over here. Good jump here from Fire Bro. Good center split for Starfire. Grimace so far not truly contributing to a whole lot quite yet. Of course, all I had to do was just acknowledge that for a right center gap to send Starfire over to third. Take place. Purple Toad's chance. Nice shot, same spot, just a little bit shorter, and that's going to be another run scored for the Star Road Superstars thanks to an RBI from Purple Toad. Blue Pianta, another base hit. I don't believe he is batting 1,000 today, but he sure is batting pretty dang close. And just what we needed right here, Star Road Superstars. The new faces to the scene have really showed some prominence. This team lineup is not going anywhere yet. It is 1-6. 4 more runs, or 5. We may see ourselves in a position to call this one game. Nice line drive from Boomerang Bro, just barely tails foul. 0-1 the count. And a good left center gap comes from Boomerang Bro. Blue Pianta rounding to home. That's one. And oh, the POW interrupts Lightning McQueen from making a big shot at home. That's another run scored. 8-1. Star Road Superstars trying to make an exclamation point to this outcome against number 3 in the conference. Two straight painted or Picasso balls from Bowser Jr. Grounder from Fire Bros 1. That makes it 2 for Buttercup, and that's out number 3 to call it here at inning number 4. No mercy rule is going to take place with us today. However, we are going to go see if 7 runs is in the heart of the Pillow Island Dreamers. Nice grounder from Boomerang Bro. On the count from Tiny Kong. Green Dry Bones looking to bring a bit of a surge of offense to them. That surge of offense lands to Grimace, inevitably. Pop out to left field, leaves that as a chance for Buttercup to come up next. Nice timing, but a big drop from Boomerang Bro. Gets it just in time. And we go 1, 2, 3. We wrap it up for the Star Road Superstars. Bit of a tough game nonetheless for them, but good games. And most likely we're going to see our MVP duplicate with Blue Pianta at least. given his sensational batting performance. Once again, I don't know if he has truly batted 1,000 today, but he's got to be close. First home run of the season for him. I think safe to say he's having his best time right now in the game. Game 3 is going to be coming up in just a second. We're going to let our general managers get a chance to speak with their teams, check in and see how things are going. And if we're lucky, we may see a potential chance to at least not go 3-0. Or, conversely, be our first sweep. We got loomingly close last time, but did not get there. We'll see if this could be an outcome changer. Going up next here at the Mario Mania League Season 2. And that's it. Game 3. It's time. Star Road Superstars. Pillow Island Dreamers. A lot of questions in the air right now on whether or not the Pillow Island Dreamers are going to need to do some serious soul searching as they enter into the second half of the season after this week 3. Or if they can at least take one out, we'll have to see. Mario with a good line drive to Fire Bro. Did not have enough time to chuck it back to Blue Pianta on base, though. And Boomerang Bro, grounder up the middle. Base hit. Sans Undertale. Nice shot. Even with Boo, doesn't help him out enough. Out number 2. Although Lightning McQueen edging toward the chance for a home run with that last shot. Blue Toad here with 2 outs trying to keep the ball alive, and he does. Left center. Left center Duff right over there and keeps it in play and keeps the chance going. For Tiny Kong with bases loaded. See if they have a chance to succeed. Unfortunately, strands all 3 runners with a line drive to to Fire Bro over there at shortstop. Pillow Island Dreamers looking to make a bit of an offensive comeback. Nice drop from Green Dry Bones to get his first base hit. Jump just a little early for Boomerang Bro. It's going to lead to the first base hit for Buttercup today, if I'm not mistaken. And Green Magic Koopa. Runners on first and second. No outs. Watch the first one tail by for strike 1. Second shot, tough outcome. Makes a not 1, not 2, but triple play with the heads up thinking. Blue Pianta, while we had criticism about their defense, just made a triple play. Unbelievable. You want to end an inning? You end it in a triple play. Top of the second inning. Looking to see if they can tail that momentum of such a sensational triple play. Starfire tries to get one out from center, but says, no, 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 this one's mine. Green Magic Koopa lands that one at second. Coming up here is Grimace. Not a lot to really add to their name today behind the plate. And yet another diving play from Fire Bro is going to cinch this line drive. Line drive to Magic Koopa, and we're just going to keep everything center of the field. Second and shortstop take care of their defensive contribution. Go 1-2-3 after a rather unfortunate start in momentum. Pyro charging up a bit early on that one. Watch this strike one pass by. Good cutter coming in from Tiny Kong. Charged it all the way back, but just landed a base hit single for Firebro to get things started off. Here we go with Bowser Jr. Ground ball, Blue Pianta kicks off the POW that hit Firebro, so made it an easier double play. The defensive criticisms no longer seem to be viable as Red Magikoopa pushes that one all the way back, but not before Grimace with their fellow purple partner out there in the left field. And it's make the perfect synergistic jump. Save themselves from destruction. We're entering the third inning. Score is 0-0. Blue Pianta looking to continue the hot streak that they have. Home run and numerous singles to their name today. 2 MVP titles on top of that as well. Now up to the plate, Mario. Watches strike one pass by. Nice shot straight up the middle. Passes both Firebro and Green Magikoopa to get first on base. One out. Boomerang Bro brings himself to the plate. Ball straight up the center, passes over Firebro's head, hits the left center, and that one's going to be Boomerang Bro, landing himself over as a single, pushing Mario over to third. And Sans Undertale looking to see what he's got in the chamber. Yet another shot straight up the middle. Nice base hit's gonna put bases chalked. And the door is wide open for a Blue Toad to have a chance to either knock this one out of the park and create a Denny's chance or drop straight down. Not enough speed to help that one out, so let's see what Tiny Kong can bring to the plate with 2 outs. Nice shot's going to be able to drop just in time. Misses the dash is Red Toad, and that's going to be 2 runs scored. Great shot from Tiny Kong. Bit of a questionable decision from Red Toad to go for that dash, though. And we finally have our first runs on the board from the Star Road Superstars. Once again, showing their level of dominance and potential for a clean sweep. Something you don't really like to hear when you're talking about the Mario Mania League. Red Toad might be doing what Red Toad does best and launches that back. And that's how you start an inning right there, folks. Red Toad punts that one out into right field. Quick, easy, and out. This may be just the momentum that you needed from your star player. Let's see what Lightning McQueen can bring to us. He's going to bring us a line drive to Blue Pianta on strike 2. And Red Koopa Paratroopa winding back, looking for his chance to potentially tie this ball game. Instead goes for a solid contact shot, but a line drive to Blue Boomerang nonetheless, and that's going to be it for his outing. Brings up Green Dry Bones with 2 outs. how and a barrel ends up hitting them, but does not create an extra base hit. Green Dry Bones going to there. Whoa! Buttercup launches that one way, way back, but an easy catch, though, from Purple Toad and Starfire. Good teamwork, as that one could have been tremendously scary, and a go-ahead lead. Sure enough, safely secures it. If only the Ohio team, even though they did have their series win today, would realize maybe they should do the same thing in left field and center. Line drive looked like it was about to evade, but Green Magic Koopa magically seals that one. Here we go to Purple Toad. 0-2 the count. Good base hit. Lands just over for a line drive through center. Good single from Purple Toad. And to state again, our MVP so far with a stolen base. You couldn't have timed that better with the loft. And a successful stolen base at that. Nice job from Purple Toad. That's going to put him over at third base thanks to his excellent base running skills. And the door is open. Mario winds back. Left center shot. Line drive gets through both Red Toad and Lightning McQueen. That's Blue Pianta heading to third. The single from Mario scores in another run. We make that 3-1. Boomerang, bro. Jar is back, but watch the first one loft past. Nice shot. Doesn't get over the head of Red Koopa Paratroopa, though. And it's going to be out number 2. Sans Undertale. We have a mixed bag at the plate today. Fortunately, he's going to get a base hit thanks to that one. Scores in Blue Pianta. But, Mario, I guess, decided to not stay in a second. That one, all right. Well, Chad, as we get closer and closer to a chance of a 3-0 to happen. First time here for the season. The Star Road Superstars may start to look pretty powerful here in their conference. Mushroom Kingdom looking to cower a little bit as Star Road Superstars, depending on the performance of the new New York Mets, I mean, we could be watching a lead takeover. A front runner of the new New York Mets might just end up go to the wayside. Bowser Jr. carries that one way back, but leaves it for chance as Bowser Jr.'s shot was readily available for Purple Toad to climb off the shoulders of Starfire. Robs the home run. And we're going to end the inning there. Oh, there was a sweep last week? Oh, I missed that. I apologize. Yeah, that's true. The Goon Squad got swept last week. Forgot about that. Oh, by Star Road. Okay, sorry. I'm reading it off of the data that's in front of me, not that part. Yep, you're correct. Yeah, mentioned here earlier in the chat, but Star Road Superstars may be a bigger scare than we originally anticipated. Especially with the fact that they're doing as many double plays as they have been. They've been solid on the defense. They've been solid on the offense. We're going to change sides with Buttercup feeling tough. I feel like it's a level U2 smile right there, Type. All right, 4-1. Good scoreless inning to leave it at least potentially open. the way that we've seen the performance of the Pillow Island Dreamers. I've been monitoring some of the GM's chats so far, and it looks like there has been some potential speculated rumors about the possibility of some trades. And as we get that much closer to the trade deadline later in Week 5, this could end up being pretty significant change if you play your cards just right. Some teams need better bats, some teams need better defense. Heck, some teams need better pitching. Whoa! That ball's going back. Carrying. Back off the wall. But not before 1 run scores, followed by 2. That ball nearly launched out of here. Yeah, we're gonna potentially pitch that the end of Week 4, or rather the week leading into Week 5. So I should say like the Sunday night of Week 5 will end up being the trade deadline. I'll make sure to post that for the rest of the GMs so that they're not caught off guard by that. Oh, bunt down the line. Ends up being huge thanks to the POW, and that's still gonna be the ball game though. Bit of a risky maneuver to choose for that, but the POW almost paid off. GG's to the Star Road Superstars and the Pillow Island Dreamers as we finally see, well, a clean sweep. Second one of the season. And I'm gonna guess, oh, Purple Toad this time, thanks to their huge home run. And a well-deserved MVP for that. All right, chat. Game 3 is wrapped. All that's left now is the chance for glory. So we have one last non-conference matchup coming up for us here. It's going to be the new New York Mets and the Goon Squad coming up here. Top of the conference versus bottom. Mushroom versus Bowser. We'll see what potentially comes up between these two. Conference record's been a bit rough for the Goon Squad. We're going to need to see if they have a chance to potentially come back. Chat, before we do that, though, we're going to take a quick 2 seconds to just fill up a water bottle and check in on everything here. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have the new New York Mets up against the Goon Squad in about just a moment. We'll be right back. And we're back. Big matchup here as the new New York Mets take off against the Goon Squad. Goon Squad looking to see if they have a chance to make a redemption arc of themselves after a bit of a tough outing to get things started for them. Both players are ready to go. Looks like things are set. And I think we are ready to get underway. We were here last week with Daisy's Cruiser. Now this week we get a chance to come on back, but this time with all the lights on. Do a little breathtaking scenery at Fenway. Of course, last time this was the brawl scene. Another sensational diving play from Green Critter. Now let's see what Petey Piranha can bring to the table. Nice shot's gonna tail all the way back. And another Green Koopa. Petey's gonna get a triple out of this one. Makes some insanely good item play. Here we go with King Boo. Player notoriously known for all of the opposite side home runs that he's been hitting. Whoa! This one's not offside, but could be. Oh! Vito with a sensational home run save, almost out of his grasp.
Oh, yeah.
With good defense comes the potential for a good offense. Luigi gets us started out with a base hit right up the middle. On to Green Critter. Wow, that ball smoked. Just a tad foul, though. As you'll notice, Steve taking the pitching realm this time around. No other major changes over here for Goon Squad, though. Of the teams who made a couple roster moves, this one likely was one that could have made the consideration to do a little more. Grounder, Petey Piranha just got nailed just in time. Perfect shot, perfect snipe. And let's see what Green Shy Guy brings to us with bases loaded. No outs. Bottom of the first. Shot to Petey. It's going to at least make a good double play, but because there is no outs, Runner gets to score home and place someone at third base. Nice line drive, but not before it gets caught by Boo. And looks like Daisy's Cruiser's got a little bit of a squid problem. Base hit lands thanks to bootleg. Squid game indeed. Nice base hit from Heisenberg. He is the one who lands on base. Kind of next to the lineup is going to be Boo. Wiring it up, watching the outside pitch for first strike. Tough shot. Now let's see what Steve can bring. Steve with a 615 batting average so far. Nothing specifically to write home about besides that. 3 RBIs to his name. And our chance to actually play on even playing field apparently is not the case, as Goomba now starts us off in the lineup here for the Goon Squad, starting with a 1-0 run. Good floater. Almost evades it in time, but Heisenberg is able to maintain his position. Wario. Oh, good pitch over to, oh man, to Pablo for second base to bring that to first. Sometimes all you gotta do is just help out your team just a little bit. Gapper to left center. Lands that for Waluigi to take second, and we're gonna get a second or a 2-out double. Let's see if Gray Shy Guy might be able to bring him in. Oh, and 1 the count. Bit of a dead strike on that one from Black Shy Guy. Not much you can do with that one. Lead is still 1-0, the Goon Squad. Subject to change if the New York Mets are able to get a little offense rolling. Big line drive from Yoshi, splits left center gap. There's going to be at least a double, rounding to make it a triple. Should be able to get there just comfortably. And an impeccable start as Kukrushka brings herself up to the plate. I know. Rumpton's exact statement questioning who is this dinosaur, the same one that you insulted that is just not bad, but Yoshi. And the king of the backyard playground, Pablo Sanchez, up to the plate. Hoping to see a little more out of him on this performance, but at least his ground out lands a scoring run, ties it back up with the Goon Squad. Watch that one blow by for strike 2. Edie Piranha, even with the boo, keeps it easy in the mid for Luigi. And on that note, we'll lead off this next upcoming inning as Luigi, Green Critter, and Vito are going to be setting up their chances to regain the lead that just tied back up. What better way to do that than start out with a simple base hit? Green Critter. Big shot. Once again, just tails foul. Green Critter, solid slugging percentage so far with 2 home runs to their name, 8 RBIs, 471 batting average. And is going to keep on keeping on as they start off with a sensational double. Vito, all it takes is 1 for a base hit. And this could be huge. Oh. Instead ends up landing a double play due to that tough shot right over to Pablo Sanchez. A constant conversation about the potential for the Gold Glove frontrunner. Jumps, doesn't land it, so finally he's going to regain the lead thanks to the Goon Squad's Luigi, and also the great line drive line drive down the line over by Green Shy Guy. Into the same level of green, we have Green Koopa Troopa lining out to Pablo Sanchez over in second. Good on him for the run. And now we're going to see what comes on up for the New York Mets as they now have another angled outing. Charge back. King Boo. To get a good line drive over to left center. Started it off with a single. Ooh, bootleg. Nice. Line drive gets us out into the left field. And you can see Green Shy Guy. It's about time to make the switch indeed. And they're going to move over to Luigi. See if he's got his chance to shine. Grounder. Oh. Actually was well crafted thanks to the angled play. I think one of our cameras actually got underneath the ground. Base hit, robbed from Black Shy Guy. Sensational dive. Gonna end things out in the inning. Small ball has been the key to victory so far to the Goon Squad. See what they can bring to the table on the bottom of the fourth. Goomba keeps us started out. Oreo tailing behind. No item opportunity. Doesn't need it anyway. Goomba's going to take the single on his own. As indicated by what he just said, Wario time could be imminent. Floats that one to Wario. Wario ends up driving that over to Pablo Sanchez, creates double play. Good shot from Waluigi, just directly at Heisenberg at center field, though. We go 1, 2, 3, and now it's time for Steve, Yoshi, and Kukrushka to see if they have a chance to bring this one back. It's their last 3 outs. And their last chance at glory. Oh! Great diving play thanks to Black Shy Guy. 1 up. Green Critter. Another diving play. And the defense has been non-stop throughout these 5 innings here at the Goon Squad. It's all up to Kukrushka now. Kukrushka can either crush it or otherwise the diving play evaded Green Critter, and thanks to the POW ends up landing it just past him and over to Luigi, and Kukrushka keeps the ball alive. This can hold. Oh, there it is. Diving play after diving play is what it took to finally get win number 2 for the Goon Squad. And you have to ask yourself, what changed? Because the New York Mets were looking very powerful, being on top of the conference they have right now, and you, especially for the fact that you just had a 3-0 happen at number 2 in your conference. This is not what you want to look for in the New York Mets. Green Critter, more than deserving. Especially for the fact that his defense was basically the contributing reason that they were able to win that game out. Props to them. And now we're ready to get things going for Game 2. Our last 2 games here of the night. It's safe to say I think Rumpton is still in shock and awe after the Yoshi who... It's very clear from his perspective last week in the booth, and in addition to that, just in general, from Mr. Statsman's point of view, it's very clear that they don't have a very strong feeling of gratitude to having Yoshi on their team. I think he's just kind of filling a spot in the outfield more than anything else, it seems. But, you know, for all that we know, there could be something else that's there. I almost played some replay footage for you guys. That would have been very funny if I did that. Unless you want to watch a rematch. I'm kidding. Oh. Chat, we're clicking the wrong buttons. Bear with me. Goon Squad truly needed that one. Lands himself in 2 and 5 at this point. Whether or not that they are able to come all the way back is still left to be seen. But if you want to have a chance to get to that level, you're going to have to do exactly what you just did moments ago. All right. I've got a word. The players are ready to go. Going to be taking the field here in just a second. And Goon Squad and the new New York Mets are going to look for their chance as we head on out to Game 2. First game benefiting the... Oh, I said Good Squad instead of Goon Squad in my typing. Sorry, chat. Good ground ball base hit right up the middle. Gives us a good start for the Goon Squad yet again. And maybe even a better start. Oh, close but no cigars. That's going to be Walter White taking that one out in center. Catches it just before the power lands, though. And coming up here is Vito. Oh, what a line drive. Perfectly painted over in the corner. First and second. Luigi and Vito looking for their chance to score home. Green Shy Guy coming up to the plate. And a shot from Petey Piranha. Line drive's going to do it. Krushka, Pablo Sanchez, Petey Piranha is going to be our lineup coming up. The New York Mets looking to see if they can reestablish themselves and the identity that they've created in the first couple of weeks. Unlucky with the line drive. Just enough hang time for Green Koopa to catch it out in left field. Pablo Sanchez. Heads that ball up, but right at Wario over there. Great diving catch, great diving play. Petey Piranha's chance to shine, and shine they won't. Two great catches from Green Koopa Troopa in the outfield is going to land Easter eggs in inning number 1. Resetting to inning number 2. Green Koopa Troopa, Goomba, and Wario are 3 lineups coming up. Ball drops just in time. Koopa on first. Goomba seeing what they can do to get on and join him. Tough error from Walter White. Doesn't extend any bases, though.
Wario time.
As stated by Wario, the question is, are we truly in Wario time or are we in Steve land? Some kids may call that Minecraft, or if you want to check out the Minecraft server for Level Up for Charity, minecraft.levelupfc.org. All the information's over in the Discord channel. Check it out over there. Come hang out with us. Nice diving play from Petey Piranha. Locks that one in. King Boo watched his first one strike. And a good base hit to get things started for King Boo. Green Critter showing some of the defensive power that he has over there at shortstop. Serving star power for such a impeccable shot such as that. And speaking of good shots, that's going to be Walter White. from one middle-aged white man to an elderly white man out there in center field, who basically not even needing to take a step is Black Shy Guy. We go to inning 3, game 2. Black Shy Guy, Luigi, and Green Critter bring us up next to the plate. Star shot from Steve. Not going to really make an impact as Luigi yet another single to get things started. Green Critter launches that one sky high, back, and just short in the warning track. Good thing Boo was there. Otherwise, that burn could have potentially been a free double. Nice shot from Vito. Is going to split the left center gap with the line shot. Luigi's going to round to third. Heads on home. Tough play at the plate and manages to get there just in time. Goon Squad gets their first run thanks to what our boy Vito has done. Also a little bit of a burn butt too. Green Shy Guy carries that one way back, and it's out of here. Something you didn't expect to see. Green Shy Guy launches that one out into the space. Green Shy Guy, no home runs to their name, but 3 RBIs. Let's give you number 1 for the season. And there you go. Pisano is likely cheering on as we might have a pretty crazy situation unfold here, chat. I don't want to say it's too early to call it yet, but there's a chance we may see the new New York Mets potentially get swept at this rate. Base hit goes to Steve. Coming up next is Yoshi, team captain, Rumpton's favorite player. And he's going to step on the plate, step on the base himself. Toss it over to first. 0-1 the count. All right. Green Critter with basically the carry defense yet again. The brick wall as Pablo Sanchez is over at second base for the new New York Mets. Let's see what this table is going to bring now as Goomba, shockingly, one gets past Pablo Sanchez, something I really don't think I've actually seen happen. What I have seen happen is Wario carrying way back, and they're going to be just too late. And never say never. The new New York Mets may still be in this as they carry that one out to dead center field. Bootleg couldn't get there in time to help him out. And so there you go, 5-0. Left center line drive gap goes to Waluigi. Nice grounder goes to Pablo. Opted to go to third. Bit of a misplay. a questionable call to not try to go for first base in that one. Good gap split's gonna help them out. Looking to throw it back to home. Good gun, but not gonna be there in time. And sure enough, the Goon Squad nice shot from Critter. Shockingly foul. Oh, tag's gonna help out, and that's 7-0. What is going on? Vito, after a big base hit, she's gonna choose to go for the bunt. Yoshi is gonna get him out, but not without a sack bunt successfully processing for the Luigi. Yeah, tough grounder is gonna change the sides. Top of the fourth. Wraps it up here as Goon Squad puts another 4 in. And this is looking a bit tougher and tougher as the innings cross for our friends, the New York Mets. Yeah, good diving play from Black Shy Guy to wrap that one up. Petey Piranha, one of the heaviest hitters here for the MML. Hoping to see if we can see them really start to get a little more execution. This game's a bit cold for them. 688 batting average with 3 home runs for them. And sure enough, following that, although it's high up and might be easy for them to catch, yes, just in time. Vito able to cinch that one with Green Koopa Troopa on the outfield. Just carried it a little too high, too far. Tough outing. Two outs. The New York Mets just not catching a break offensively. And that streak's gonna continue. They're remaining with one last inning. For all that we know, this could end up being a wrap-up. Goon Squad taking a 2-0 series victory over the New York Mets. Base hit gets us started. Down to Petey. 6-4-3. It's going to go ahead and cap that off for 2 outs. Wario coming off of a huge home run. The team in initial surge is going to get robbed by Pablo Sanchez. Another sensational diving play from one of our favorite second basemen here. Yeah, Frank, I scored 150 in one of my other leagues this week. Looking to make not really a save due to the amount of time, but looking to make the change. Susan. With a straight shot, straight center. I think the New York Mets finally woke up. I think they've been asleep. I think that they're still recovering from the 24-hour stream more than anything else. Nice pitch from Wario, straight down the middle, strike one. Just like that, Yoshi lands us on base. Only one out. The chance is still absolutely there for the New York Mets. Right here, there's 3 runs on base. And double play, though. Kukrushka was not able to crush it. And a 7-0 commanding victory for our friends over here at Daisy Cruz. More than deserving is indeed Vito for his stellar batting performance in this game. And with that, the Mario Mania League is entering its final game of the night. Here at week 3, we've had mercy rules, we've had tight ball games, and we've had many other exciting sets tonight. And now we're starting to ask some sincere questions about the New York Mets. They're starting to enter their cold streak after a performance like this. I'm a little more befuddled more than I am anything else at the current situation. Well, the series is wrapped up in terms of who won it. But now our final question of the night. Who's going to be able to take Game 3? If this ends up being a 3-0, this is exactly what you needed from the New York Mets, from the Goon Squad, to be able to make a comeback surmountable such as this. Again, to put it into perspective, chat, the Goon Squad was 1-5 before going into tonight's matchups. Now 2-5 thanks to this outcome. Run differential 7-0 is also going to help them on that outcome. This is a non-conference game, so it won't matter to that specific effort. However, if you put the New York Mets at 4-5, they just became a sub-500 team because of this series. And that would also mean, in another important detail, looks like we had some live updates to our conference rankings right now. That would mean that the Star Road Superstars are the only 500 team right now. Well, currently, right now, the Goon Squad is 3-5. Correct. They can be 4-5, though, if they win this game. Line shot directly at PD Piranha. Good contact base hit from Critter. Lines up and a diving play to just land on the base that you need to be on and then just throw. Well done. Good defense from both sides of the aisle. And we start with the top of the second inning as the New York Mets are looking for their chance. Ghost is probably going to end up landing that as a double bare minimum. Now it's time for the one who bats. Say his name. Unfortunately, tough for Heisenberg. He's gonna crash out on that one. 2 outs. Boo, although historically it's had a pretty good season so far. Bit of a tough outing today. Prior to this week was a .615 batting average with 8 singles to his name. Of course, Green Shy Guy with a new home run under his repertoire. See how long it takes for the rest of the teams to wake up here. Crowder's gonna finally change sides. 1, 2, 3. And a surprising factor, or it factor that is, has been Yoshi for the New York Mets today. He's batting up just behind Steve from Minecraft, who ends up getting on base and maybe setting up the next adventure for our friend in the Green Dinosaur. Bit of optimism. Interrupted by Black Shy Guy, who just said, nah, I got it. This is completely random, but also, Frank, you probably could have scored that amount of points had Scatterboat not gotten injured and is gone for the season. Charged up, launched back, and just short of the warning track is going to be Wario's shot. Easy fly out for Walter White. Oh, 1 the count. Luigi getting on base. Like Shy Guy. Oh, robbed by the fellow second baseman in Pablo Sanchez. Great double play. And we go another scoreless inning. Both teams, a lot on the line. The Mets don't want the chance to be known as the team that got swept by currently lowest in conference, and vice versa. Goon Squad really kind of need these wins right now. Like Shy Guy and Pablo Sanchez having a defensive battle between each other right now. Whoa! The line shot thanks to the angled outcome. Wait a minute! The Mets just thanks to a little bit of a squid magic, I guess you could call it, end up taking a first strike. That may be huge. Good ball from King Boo. Good base hit single. Next up is Bootleg. Couple of singles to add to their name today. Nothing too fancy. And it's going to be another one to add that's not too fancy. It's a line out to Waluigi, who I think it's been crazy how good the reaction time has been for the first thirds over here in the MML this season. It's about time to make the change. Waluigi, in my opinion, a pretty good selection for a pitcher. And as soon as I say that, we almost had had him go yard. Good ball's gonna land right into the hands of Vito, but keep things open. 2 outs. Steve from Minecraft just needs one simple base hit. Sure enough, he gets it. Another base run scored. New York Mets may finally be their game as they get 2 runs in. Bases are still chalk loaded. 1 base hit continues the trend. 1 out stops it. Oh! And Yoshi with the sensational egg play. If Rumpton is still around here, Rumpton, my dude, I think we gotta give Yoshi a chance now. Ground ball goes to Green Critter. That's going to finally wrap things up, but not before we get 3 runs on the board from the new New York Mets. Goon Squad put down 7 earlier this series, so they may lead to a chance, but... And especially potential if you shoot that one way, way back. Solo home run from Luigi's going to do it. And Goon Squad may be down, but they're not out yet. Yeah, this is a good situation that you're glad that Walter White was all the way over in center field, because if that one came to him, this could have been a whole totally different conversation. Looking to go back to back. If this is robbed, it's fine, and it is. Good defense to prevent a potential catastrophe back-to-back, especially with the heaviest part of their lineup so far. Base hit, Vito. Just tailspin foul. Oh, but a good diving play from Petey Piranha keeps this thing alive. All right, bottom of the 4th. 2 outs. Green Shy Guy has 1 home run, may need 2 if they want to keep advancing. Unfortunately, base hit's not going to be good enough, and he gets at least 1, narrows the lead. But now it's time for the new New York Mets. Pablo Sanchez, Petey Piranha up next. And with the way that this is positioned right now, this may be huge and well in favor for left-handed batters. Although if you wanted to take advantage of that, you probably want to hit it up and out of the park. Speaking of out of the park and hitting it over to the right field, that's King Boo, and that ball's going. He's hit by the by the Cheap Cheeps, and that ball is gonna hit the dang squid. That's how far that thing traveled. Look at this. I mean, my God, he launched it. Yeah, Waluigi clearly frustrated, hoping to cinch the game for his team, ends up being a bit of a liability more than anything. Green Koopa pushing out Critter from the out. And here we go. What was 3 knocked down to 2, back up to 3. This is the last chance here for the MML's Goon Squad. And the last inning here of the night, potentially. Oh! Just going to get there safe thanks to the Koopa Shell. Excellent placement on that one. And it's up to Goomba. Oh, no! Petey Piranha had that one in their leaf. Had they gotten on, this could have potentially been Wario hitting a 3-run shot, but now we're asking a bit of a different question, especially since now we're going to launch the bomb and lets it drop and explode. Nobody ends up getting hurt out of that, thank goodness. We don't have health insurance for any of our players. Luigi charging back a little too late. And he's going to use his superstar. What the hell? You can see players are trying to use their star power to just get something to happen. Ground ball. Oh, no. Oh, a big error from Petey Piranha. Oh, no. Bases are loaded. Luigi, home run to his name already. Chat. Grand Slam makes this a Denny's. And a game-winning run again. Base hit caught by Pablo Sanchez, and while it looked like it was possible, cinched immediately by Pablo Sanchez. Backyard Baseball's greatest hit. And no sweeps today. All done to the New York Mets to come back from that travesty. And of course, Petey more than deserving after that sensational home run earlier. That's our Game 3 in the books. We have officially wrapped things up. And that concludes our Week 3 for the Mario Mania League. We hope that you enjoyed all these adventures and fun today. It has been a true pleasure to get to enjoy these along with you. Another great stream. Technically, in the last 3 days, I've streamed 28 hours. So, go us, I suppose. Thank you for continuing to help us over on the charity side in this last weekend. And, of course, make sure to check us out on the rest of our programming coming up here this week if you're brand new to the program. But GG's to everybody. A great outing, great memories, great performances all around here from the whole crew. Next week, Week 4, we have some pretty big matchups coming up underway. Don't forget to tune in to follow and join for notifications, subscribe for notifications if you are new to the scene. Don't know how on earth this column had gotten created. What in the world? Doesn't matter. Next week's schedule, just to say it out loud, the Star Road Superstars will be taking on the Sarasaland Sandstorm. The Pillow Island Dreamers facing off against the Wildwoods One-Uppers. The New York Mets are going to face off against the Glitzville Glamours. The Goon Squad up against Ohio. Safe to say, every matchup's got a bit of intensity to it, especially as we start to get closer and closer to the postseason, where the two conference leaders will face off against each other for a chance to see who will play and compete in the MML World Series Season 2. Thanks again for tuning in. We call it here a night for us in the booth, in the broadcast, and the commentary. Hey, Self, I love you very much. Do so. Have a great rest of your night.